Hello and welcome back to Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and today we're going to be talking about 5 beginner-friendly woven shirt patterns that, even if you're not a beginner, why they are really great, easy, great palette cleanser patterns, some of my favorites, to hopefully help spark your 2026 sewing mojo. And if you are new to sewing, something that you're just taking up, these are great patterns to start with. But before we get into that, today is Friday, which means we do have a Love Notions Feature Friday pattern, and that pattern is the boyfriend cardigan. I've actually not made this one up, but just a really great piece for layering, all those sorts of things. Now, they have changed things a little bit. I do still have my code, which is So Whitney, which gets you an additional 10% off, but you do have to have a minimum $8 purchase in order to use that 10% off coupon now. But the boyfriend cardigan is $6 today only, so I will have that linked down below. And if you do spend over $8, you can use my code for an additional 10% off, which is So Whitney. Okay, let's get into talking about 5 woven patterns that I think will be perfect for someone that's a beginner. I also want to talk a little bit about fabrics, especially if you're someone that is new to sewing. Some fabrics that might be a little bit easier to use, give you a little bit better results. Because when we are partaking in this hobby, not only are we wanting to learn things, and there's going to be error, there's always going to be error in there, but we do want some successes, right? Like the whole point of making and using these beautiful fabrics and making these beautiful garments is to be able to wear them and feel great in them. So on that vein, just a couple of ideas of ways to get you kind of started if you are someone that is new to sewing. All right, I have made all 5 of these. Now, I could not find pictures of pattern 1, so I thought I would go through and, well, let's talk about fabric first. Let's talk a little bit about fabric, and as I go through each of the patterns, I'll give you some options if you're wanting to kind of up your game. So the reason that I picked these 5 patterns is, number one, they are very quick. They are to make. They are minimal pattern pieces, minimal closures if there's a closure at all, some basic garment construction techniques. If you are someone who is familiar with a sewing machine but has never really gotten into garment sewing, or it's been a while, I do have an introduction to garment sewing class that is available for purchase on my website, tomcatstitchery.com. Head over to the website anyway. We've got the resource page that's over there with a whole bunch of discount codes. We've got a blog that is up there as well that is also just a whole bunch of like links, all sorts of stuff over there on the blog. So definitely, yeah, head over to the website. But my introduction to garment sewing class really walks you through, and we are using specific patterns for that class. However, all the techniques that you learn in that class could be applied to all 5 of these patterns. So if that's something that you are interested in, we do have that available over on the website. All right, if you are someone that is new to sewing, I would suggest using fabrics, and all of these would be suitable for cotton. Cotton is a really great beginner-friendly fabric. Number one, it is usually easy to find. It is, a lot of times you can find it a little bit more inexpensive than other fabrics, and it is a nice, stable fabric that will allow press it, allows you to press really, really well. It behaves under the sewing machine. Just a really good beginner fabric. Although I love like cotton lawn. Cotton lawn is one of my favorite fabrics to use and to wear. So it's not just for beginners, but absolutely start either with a cotton poplin, a cotton broadcloth for all of these, or cotton lawn would be perfect for any of these fabrics. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can move on to linen. Linen is also very easy to work with, but it is a little bit more expensive. Typically, you may be able to find some secondhand or in another place, and that works as well. Another reason that these are 5 really great patterns is that they've got minimal seam lines. So these are also really wonderful patterns to use if you're wanting to use maybe a larger scale print, if you're someone that has been sewing for a while and you just want more minimal seam lines, or if you just want a good palette cleanser. If you just need a win in your sewing hat, feather in your cap, these are really great ones to work with as well. Yeah, so no matter what your end goal is. And again, I'll talk about some more intermediate fabrics, I guess, as we get into each of these. All right, pattern number 1 is the Seamwork Hansie. This one is so easy. It has a grown-on sleeve, which means you don't have to learn to set a sleeve. In this, it's literally a front and a back, and then I think front and back neckline or facing for the neckline. I'm pretty sure. I have made this before. I could not find pictures of it though. This is one of the patterns that I used for my pattern fitting class. So I made this quite a few times when I was fitting one of my fit models when I was recording that class. And I know Jenny has made it as well, because when I made it for my fit model that Jenny also knows, Jenny's like, oh my gosh, I want to make that. And Seamwork is a pattern company that fits, both of them are tall, that fits both of them really well with very minimal adjustments. And I could not find pictures of any of them. Anyway, this one is super easy. If you don't want to add the pocket on the front, you don't have to add the pocket on the front. But using a more stable fabric, like I mentioned, a cotton lawn or even just a woven cotton, makes a really great shirt that you can throw on, kind of a alternative to a knit t-shirt, but can look very polished and put together. Give you a chance to work on some of your finishing techniques, maybe if you want to play around maybe with a French seam on the inside or with any kind of other seam finishes that you're kind of messing around with, but you don't have to worry about setting a sleeve in this one. So it's a very simple make, very easy. I've also made this in a silk charmeuse. So if you're looking for a pattern to play around with maybe trickier fabric without driving yourself crazy, this is another really great one to use, because yes, your silk charmeuse, your rayons are a little bit trickier. They're a little bit shiftier to use. So maybe this isn't your first project if you're using that kind of fabric. Maybe you've kind of mastered cotton a little bit. Now you're ready to move on. But using a pattern like this with some of those trickier fabrics, less seams, less frustration, kind of gets your, it gets a little bit of that under your belt before you move on to maybe something a little bit more engaging, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more intermediate, if you will. So a good stepping stone. All right, pattern number 2 is the Love Notions Timbre. Now I have made this as a dress, but it comes with quite a few different variations for this pattern, a couple of different top variations, as well as the dress variation. What I love about this is that it has a raglan style sleeve. So you are adding a sleeve to this, but it is a very simple sleeve to add. So, and you could put a little peplum on there if you want to work on your gathers. The neckline gets finished with elastic. So if you're someone that's wanting to work with elastic a little bit, there's bias binding that happens at the neck edge that you then feed the elastic through. So it's another way to up your toolbox of techniques that you might be building if you are someone that is a little bit newer to sewing. And it works beautiful with cotton. And if you want to go a step ahead and maybe make it a little bit more intermediate, using something with a little bit more drape, like a rayon crepe or again, a rayon challis, you could absolutely do that. You could also play around with maybe an eyelet or maybe a different kind of cotton fabrics. It's a great showcase because you've got a large expanse there of the front with that raglan and the back to really play around. I actually made mine out of a thrifted tablecloth. So, so there's absolutely a lot of different things that you can play around with. So it makes it a great beginner project because you can go to any thrift store and find some really cool textiles, whether it be a curtain or a tablecloth or sheets even, to play around with and get a really cool looking garment. All right, number 3 is the Cashmerette Montrose. Now, this one does have a set-in sleeve, so we're getting just a little bit more involved by putting a set-in sleeve in the round, or I put mine in flat as well, but it makes it just a little bit more involved. Again, my introduction to garment sewing class, even though these aren't the patterns that I'm using in that class, it all translates to the same thing. You could absolutely use that class with these patterns in order to get really great finishes. But it also finishes off with a bias binding around the neck edge. There's a couple of different variations there. This is a perfect woven t-shirt pattern in my opinion. If you are someone that has a larger bust, it's even better. Cashmerette does draft for a little bit curvier, fuller busted figure. Although if you don't have a full bust, I've still made these patterns for my friends that don't have full busts. They still work just fine. But if you are someone with a large bust, such as my daughter and myself, they solve so many different fit issues. That's the thing. Not only we want to pair the correct fabric with the correct pattern to get our final garment, but I feel like sewing successes are also measured in fit. So being able to fit a garment as easy as possible is a big one. Cashmerette fit me really easy with very minimal adjustments. So absolutely love the Montrose if you've got a larger bust. Absolutely perfect. Great for showcasing different fabrics as well. But then just being kind of a basic woven t-shirt pattern again. Number 4, this is the Itch to Stitch Seychelles. I love this top. I have made this top twice, once in a rayon and once in a linen. The linen is absolutely the easier of the two fabrics to work with, but this would also be really beautiful in a cotton. The reason I love this is that it is just a pull over your head, easy pattern with a V-neck. It has a neckline facing that I like to top stitch down to keep everything where it should be, but it's got a really cool sleeve on it. So this got a pleated sleeve on the top, which is, you know, sleeves are very much the thing right now. It's kind of a, I say cropped, it's like high hip type cropped shirt, but it's got a little bit boxier fit on there. She also does cup sizes. So she goes from an A cup all the way up to a double D cup. So it makes it very easy to fit your bust no matter where you fall in the bust size range. Her drafting is also really beautiful. Highly recommend. You're going to get a lot of success from using her patterns with the directions, the drafting, all of that with Itch to Stitch. Real big fan of that. But this one again has that more of a statement sleeve. You're going to be working on some pleats, which might be a new to you technique as well. And again, the set-in sleeve that kind of goes along with that. But again, you can make this in something that is a little bit more stand-up fabric that is, oh wow, that's a really cool top. Or make it as simple as in a plain linen or cotton and just have it as an everyday beyond basic style woven t-shirt. Okay, and then finally, pattern number 5 is the Pattern Emporium Sweet Talker Bubble Sleeve, I think is what it's called. I made this. Now, I did embroidery on the sleeves for this. I get so many compliments on this shirt, which obviously made this a much more difficult project than if I had just made it as is. Again, a wonderfully easy project. She's got a couple of different bust fronts for fuller busts as well, as does Love Notion. Love Notion does too. But it is super simple, finishes off the neck edge with bias binding. It just pops over your head. Great little woven t-shirt pattern. I used a cotton poplin for my version. Again, you could use a cotton lawn. Linen would be really beautiful in this. And if you didn't want quite the stand-up effect of that bubble sleeve, you could go with something a little bit more drapey if you wanted to. But that's kind of what I love the most about this shirt pattern. It's got that real big statement sleeve, which again, you're seeing everywhere and ready to wear right now as well. It does have a different technique for how you finish that bubble sleeve to give it the poof, so it's kind of got a lined sleeve. Anyway, the instructions are very clear, and it's another fun technique to add, maybe something that you haven't done before. It's basically the same way you would do a bubble skirt, although I'm not a fan of bubble skirts personally, but it's the same technique, you're just doing it on a sleeve, and it makes a really cool finish in the end. And again, I get compliments on this shirt every time I wear it. Probably from the embroidery that I did put there on the sleeve, which you absolutely don't have to do, but using any kind of statement fabric would be absolutely beautiful in this. And again, you've got a nice wide expanse to put any kind of large scale print as well, because we just have the bust darts that's there on the front. All right, there you have it. 5 beginner-friendly woven top patterns that you could try again. If you are a beginner, someone that is new to sewing, these are great places to start. But if you're someone that's been sewing for 60 years and maybe you're just looking for a quick little project to jumpstart that sojo, or maybe you just need a palette cleanser, or maybe you just have a small amount of fabric that is kind of special to you that you want to make into something that you're going to wear a ton. These are all really great patterns for that. All right, guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions down below. And until next time, happy sewing.